Hey guys, welcome back to another video where I'm going over my personal trading performance in this public account that I've had going since 2020. This is representing almost a full, well, coming up on 5 years since I launched this account and have been trading it throughout the entire time publicly on YouTube. And in this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through my own performance. I'm going to be comparing it to buy and hold, meaning buying and holding the S&P 500, and hopefully giving you a practical overview of what trading performance for someone who has done this for about 8-9 years can look like. Now, I want to disclaim that I don't claim to be the greatest trader on the planet, that I don't have the biggest and best returns you've ever seen, but that they are real, that they are on a live, US regulated brokerage account. And I do this also for credibility for people who invest a lot of time watching my videos. I want you to know you're not wasting your time and actually watching somebody who does what they say they do. Again, I don't claim to be the most brilliant trader in the world, but these are real results, and I'm excited to walk through them with you to show you kind of all of the different details, components, drawdowns, win streaks, and my personal trading strategy on how I achieved these results. Let's go. One additional thing I wanted to mention on why I do these videos is because I personally sell multiple things in the trading space. I have a software business where we build tools like the Edge Finder and the Stock Box, which allow traders to get more insights on the financial markets through economic data, financial data for companies, things like that. We build tools and we sell them. I also offer a service where you can see all the trades that I'm taking. When I do these videos, in true form, I am also trying to build credibility for what we do, why we do it, etc. And again, I sell things and I believe it is the right thing to do, that if you sell things in the trading space, that you back them with real trading results. And with that said, let's jump in. So the first thing I want to do in this video is I want to compare my trading results compared to the S&P 500 during this same period of time. This is really important because at the end of the day, if you're active in the markets, the goal should be to beat some kind of benchmark. Now, many times the most popular one to beat is the S&P 500, but sometimes people are not going for max returns. People who may be closer to retirement are going for least drawdown. There's different goals that different people have. But for me personally, a goal that I've had and been able to achieve is to beat the S&P 500. So if I take a look at the max view, since this account was created in March of 2020, sort of late March in 2020, throughout this time, this account is up a total of 212.5%. Let's compare that to the S&P 500 during that same period. Okay, so I've pulled up a chart of the S&P 500 since I created it, and I actually keep this on my chart all the time. This white dotted line represents the date and the price that the S&P 500 was at when I initially created this trading account back in 2020. So if we take a look at during that time, we go from the inception of the account, which is about this time, compared to the performance of the S&P 500, we can see the S&P 500's return during that time was 149.9. Let's call it 150% during that time. So during this same time, the S&P 500 returned 150% and my performance was 212%. Now, the thing here is that massively beating the S&P 500? Not tremendously, but definitely a substantial beat. Now, again, a beat of 50 or 62% or so may not sound like a lot, but if I am able to achieve similar results over time, that will compound massively faster than just buying and holding the S&P 500. So over this 4 to 5 year period, I have beat the S&P 500, but I'm not out here claiming that I'm just stomping it into the ground, making 20% per month or anything like that. I go for relatively, slow and steady returns, and I want to poke fun at my own results here. My strategy typically does very well in very trending environments and in stock market bull markets. And we've had 2 very good stretches here in the S&P 500 since the inception of my trading account, which I'm aware of is something that we've not seen a much more steep drawdown period than 2022, which was a steep drawdown for my account. In fact, I had a really rough period in 2022. But again, I've had some really good stretches of time in the stock market, and I'm aware of that, and I just want to point that out because, again, we can't necessarily hope for stock market returns to be that kind of positive into the future, which may hurt my outperformance in the future. So I'm aware of that, and again, I'm also sensitive to the idea that my performance is sort of reliant on a very bullish stock market. And I do have some strategies in play that I am curious to see how they will perform in 2022 sort of environments if they were to come back. Specifically, I like to sell options for premium. I also employ trailing stop methods, which in theory, if we do get a large correction in the stock market, could act to help keep me out of some of the drawdown, which would be ideal and could continue to help me with outperformance if we do have a big down market. Now what I'd like to do is go month by month through the entire performance of my trading account. So what we'll do here is we can zoom in on this periodical return, and you can see that this year has been quite a good year for me, though actually in the last 1 year, my account has actually underperformed the stock market, even though it's up about 26.7%. The stock market has just gone straight up in the last year. So I've underperformed the last year, but outperformed in the last 5. Next up, we can take a look at the month-to-month breakdown. You can see 2024 has been a really good year for me. I've been green almost every month except for 2 so far. And we're just in early November at this time, but it has become one of my best months as I'm very long things like Bitcoin and Nvidia and semiconductors. So I'm very much on the right side of the trade recently, but we'll see if that can persist. I'll show you some of my current positions in just a moment. So if we take a look at the month-to-month breakdown, we've got 65K here, 22K. September and August have some down months here. July 26, 18, 24. 10.7, 18, 10.5, 6.5. And these 2 years, 2023 and 2024, are very, very good examples of how my account performs in up years. They perform pretty well. What gets trickier is when we get into 2022, where I experienced some real drawdown. This was a tough year for me because, again, a lot of my risk on trades that I was placing were working very terribly, and I did not do as much option selling and things that could offset downside markets during this time, which really hurt me in 2022 as we saw markets down. NASDAQ was down like 38% that year at some point. So it was a really tough year for the account. And again, my strategy typically is to be more on the long side of indices and trading momentum, trailing stops. I'm a swing trader, so I'm not trading, intraday or anything like that. I trade predominantly, positions that can go anywhere from 1 to 30 days. Just kind of depends if I can trail a stop. 2021 was an exceptional year for me, and so was 2020 when the account got started. On a percentage basis, you could see some of these numbers were crazy early on. I have scaled back my risk per trade over time as this account has gotten much, much bigger. Speaking of the all-time returns of this trading account, which I should disclaim is not my only trading account that I trade, but it's the one that I keep very public. This is the max return on this account all time, up $351,000 since inception. That's about 212% gains. On a 1 year basis, that's my return there. Here's my year-to-date performance, about 19%. On a 6-month basis, 11.5. On a 3-month basis, 13.4. On a 1-month basis, 6.5, and 5.6 on the 5 days. So there is all time periods selected. And I also wanted to take just a minute to look at some of my current positions. I'm quite active in this account, and I really employ 2 main strategies within this. I am a momentum trader, and I also do have a sort of mean reversion option selling strategy that I employ as well. So right now you can see currently I'm trading Bitcoin through the ETF IBIT. I have an active position on this one. So if I go IBIT, I'm currently trailing a stop on a Bitcoin move that's kind of gone crazy here recently. I also have a position currently in QQQ, which is the NASDAQ. So I have a NAS long position on, and I also have a semiconductor position. And recently these things have gone absolutely crazy at the time of recording this video, and I am looking to just trail stops. In fact, I need to trail a stop on my SMH position pretty soon with the recent pop into very positive territory. And also here is the account logged in on Webull as well. I do, of course, actually execute a lot of my trades directly on tradingview.com, which is super convenient for, I do a lot of my charting on TradingView, but then I actually can also execute positions. Let me move my camera to the other side. So you can see, again, I'm logged into my Webull account, and all of my same positions are currently live here as well. So just wanted to show that not only for convenience, but also for just transparency. I know sometimes people get all nervous that things are faked or something like that, but honestly, if I was faking this stuff, I would have given myself better returns than I even have. I'm very proud of the returns that I've got, and I'll go back to them here. So again, I wanted to take a moment just to talk a little bit about, where I'm at with these returns. Am I proud of them? Do I want to improve them? Am I disappointed in them? And the answer is I'm actually quite proud and quite happy of the results that I've generated. Now, again, you might have a different outlook. You might think differently. You might say that's not good enough. You might say that's exceptional. To be honest, I think it's a very personal thing. Trading returns are subject to personal sort of, biases as well. Like for me, I am not out for max possible returns. I'm out for max possible returns with minimum drawdown. And I think some people are more oriented towards just kind of sending it and going for high returns and trying to double their account quickly. I have been able to grow this account substantially over time, but it's not been through the use of massive leverage or irresponsible risk management. It's come from really just keeping to my strategy. And what I primarily use genuinely is a mix of fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and trailing stops. But predominantly when I choose trades that I'm taking, it does come from the resources and tools that I sell at my company, A1 Trading, which I think is important to mention, as we discuss this. A lot of the stuff that we sell, I find it very important to do these sorts of videos to showcase real trading results with the help of the tools that I sell. Again, all my income does not come from trading. A large component of it does, but again, I do also run a software business where we sell tools for traders. If you'd like to use the same platform as me, I'll leave the link down below in the description. And if you'd like to see all the trades that I'm taking when I take them, we do offer a signal service where you can see those trades and you can use them as educational insights to your own trading. If that is something that you're interested in, there will be a link in the description down below. The last thing I'll leave you with this video is don't do any comparisons to yourself, to others, etc. I know out there are traders who make way more than me. I know there are many other traders who look at my results and wish they had them. Don't compare to other people. It is really the thief of joy, and there's always someone who's making more, and you can always feel down on yourself if you let yourself. But honestly, we're all on our own journey. We're all going at our own pace. Find what's comfortable to you. I personally have found, the most happiness in going for slow and steady returns in the markets so that I can do this for decades to come. If I try and go too fast, I'll blow stuff up. And if I go nice and slow, I can continue to roll this account into a bigger one over the years. And that's my goal. And I hope that many of you guys share that same kind of philosophy on markets. Thank you for watching. If you're looking for a better brokerage, then stick around for a second. I'm going to tell you how you can get some free sign-up perks with great brokerages all around the world. Whether you trade FX or indices, commodities, futures, all of the above, I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can get free sign-up perks with your new account. So if you're interested in switching into a different brokerage, you can get things like deposit bonuses or free stock shares, or you can even get access to some of our products for completely free. All you have to do to find out current perks being offered to new depositors is go to a1trading.com/brokers. That's a1trading.com/brokers. And as you look at that page, you'll see all these different offerings that we've currently locked down for you guys as subscribers, as viewers. Now, of course, we get something out of this. If you choose to use these links, you'll be supporting our page. But in return for the viewers, we've got great sign-up perks available for you guys so that you get some free game just by signing up for a brokerage if you're looking to do so. So check it out on our website. You can find current deals at a1trading.com/brokers. Thanks for watching this video, and on the screen right now you'll see some other options of other videos we put together that might be helpful to you in your trading career. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.